we're back. And once again, I do not guarantee success. Because, well, we have way too many phase doors. Because we're just really looking to get, to find an artifact that's better than the Blade of Chaos that we're using. And that's completely random. You know, whether you do get it or do not get it, it's just a matter of playing and playing and playing and playing, and sometimes you get lucky enough that it comes earlier, and some other times instead you need to wait for much longer. Seven, 5, it's not gonna be it. And uniques, of course, if we find them. Time Hounds. I mean, maybe. Scroll Mass Banishment. Two Scrolls of Mass Banishment. Get around those stupid hounds? Not really. I should have taken the... Still no level feeling, and here they come. Hopefully, I made it far enough that they won't chase. So, first guy I need to get rid of is this one here. Otherwise, he'll break stone and let everyone else out. More teleport other is always welcome. Oh. Yeah, can always drop it. Wow, 1 point over. $5.29. How much is the one in the house? I mean, we got the Glaive of Pain. So Glaive of Pain doesn't even care if you're evil or not. Cool. I mean, it is crap, but yeah. 3 dexterity, 3 speed, 2 brands, so, and it does recall as a special ability. Is it blessed? It's not blessed by gods, so it has merely 5,000. But 2 mass banishment is a great amount of mass banishment. Drop one of these, or even 2 of them, drop 2 of them, drop 1 of them. Don't really need more than that. Nah. Three. Brute's sound, but 146. Oh, Vecna. Healing. Is he dead? No. Has he moved? No. Okay. Mm. "25 potions of enlightenment is too many potions of enlightenment." Three strength and disenchantment. Oh, and activates for banishment, which, you know, good if you're a warrior. Where's my stairs? Right here. There's a level 98. Are they there? Are they not closer? What? These are undead pits. And when I start going there, they're gonna start coming out. So this guy used to be the run ender because he cannot be spotted by ESP. Cold-blooded, not detected. Cold-blooded means that infravision doesn't do anything. You do not see him earlier. And as far as I remember, back in like the Angband 3.0 and onwards, monsters used to their breath damage used to be regardless of how far they were. And some people have said no, that's not true, but it's memory, and the memory is not really serving me well when it's that far back. It's just too many years ago. I wasn't really paying attention. I wasn't reading the numbers. I barely knew how to play the game. But there definitely was. There was just this phrase, which people would put on forums all the time, which is the Tarask, and then between brackets or parentheses, off screen breeds disenchantment, you die. So even if there was a drop off due to distance, it has been increased, so there is now a bigger drop off, or maybe there wasn't at all. But the point is that these attacks by the Drolem used to be incredibly deadly. Because dungeon level 44, if you're not following my instructions that say don't get here, stay 32, 33, maybe 38, 39, do not go here. You went just a little bit further and you started seeing these guys pop up. Or rather, you wouldn't see them, but they would pop up. And you would not have resistance to poison. Either you were using a ring of resist poison, which meant that one of your ring slots wasn't being used for something else. Like, it wasn't being used for speed, it wasn't being used for intelligence if you're a mage, it wasn't being used for strength or damage if you were a warrior. So, yeah, maybe you could create a character that resists a attack by a Drolem, but not that can actually do anything to survive everyone else at that depth. And these were really run enders. Because just one poison breath unresisted, way more than anyone had in hit points. And there's another guy. Nothing. Oh, experience actually. So 49, nearly XP capped, but nowhere near having a viable build. Roto speed. Roto speed, yes. Oh, there's something here. By the way, potions, potions also serve as nourishment. So they serve as food. Not a lot, but they do. And can I go up there? So one of these says feeds you for 75 turns. If you're starving, drinking a couple of those can just give you a little bit more time. Oh, we are on the lookout for not this, because now we have 3 sources. We're looking for amulets of trickery. So I figured yesterday, more than I figured, I forgot stuff because I haven't played with a warrior for so long. I'm not gonna play this, or maybe we can. We can put the display mail on, activate it, and banish Shift Z, and then put this on again. So we cleared that kennel, I guess, pit, vault, because this normally is full of hounds. A chest. So, oh, okay, Kronos. Back in the days when I used to play warrior, and or more than that, in the days when I did my runs beating every combination, including warriors, it was almost always the go-to object, because you would get resist poison, resist nexus, which at that point it's more of an annoyance not having it than a risk of death, but resist poison, you would get a dexterity bonus that you were lacking, and you would also get a little bit of speed. And the reason why those work is because there's 2 helms that do ESP in case that you're not using one of the rings, because you're going for rings of speed, 2 rings of speed, just to increase your DPS, and that would serve you as the poison hole which the other objects leave when you plug everything else in. Slow, and then, oh, thank you. Face door again. Holy shit, the cold breath. I cannot afford another one. I'm immune to fire, my guy. Lot of healing. And that is way too many giants. Okay. Lucky. I've got this spot that I can go back into, so I don't need to waste turn healing. Cool. He pulled me next to him, but the square where he wanted to pull me was not available. I swear the Titans are... I'm more worried about the Titans than anything else. His escorts. I think he is the one that's got the strongest escorts in the game. And we lost some good arrows, but we got Kronos out of the way. $97, $98. Okay, there might be, I don't really remember this one, but I think this is a graveyard, and that there is an impassable wall. There is. So I'm going to go kill Selakos if I'm lucky. And I'm just gonna let the other monsters attack me. I don't care. Because these monsters, like this guy gives me, whatchamacallit, amnesia. They drains XP, lowers your dexterity and so on. But actual damage, little or nothing. Okay, these are worse. Definitely worse. So let's phase around a bit, see if we can find a better solution. Very good. And obviously I'm going to use a restore life level before I'm done, before I kill him. But he summons a lot, and if you start worrying about the summons, you'll never get anywhere. And this just recalls straight away. Instead, you need to use what little time you've got to hit him as hard as you can. And then if he summons Dreadlords, you need to get rid of the Dreadlords. So, he said, is there a function? Do I need two of these? Because this one, forget the immunities, right? Because we're really using the immunity to fire for functional reasons, not to actually save ourselves from fire damage, although that's always a bonus, but in order to not get our scrolls burnt. So these, I can probably save a slot by taking these critical wounds and put that down. So if I am to wear one of these, I will only really wear for the stats. Is there any substantial difference between Vidya and Nenya? Blindness sustains intelligence, wisdom, and constitution. I am using a shield of preservation, so that will mean all 5. Sorry, we said intelligence, wisdom, constitution, intelligence, dexterity, and constitution. But if I get wisdom drained, who cares? Very falling regen. Does ESP seem visible? Holds life. Does ESP seem visible? Free action, hold life. Okay, they are functionally the same, so I'm not gonna need this. Why would I need this? Because if I'm ever gonna use one, I'll use this one. if I find that I have too many potions of cure critical wounds, I'll throw them out. I haven't actually kept a track of how many XP it was when I got to 49, but considering I've killed one unique, it's probably 700,000, more than 700,000. Shall we do Cantoras? I don't have... Yeah, we can activate this guy. And we can fail. What does even start do? Oh, it does restore life levels. I got P-Stun. Yeah, there it is from the sword. Here, might as well check it out. Alright, this is undead. Ah, it's a city. And another city. Experience. Okay. I mean, we've already done 2 of the walls with the little boxes, so to speak. There's only one vault that's better. I'm not sure that I know how to explain it, but it's another vault where the monsters are, most of them are tied into, they're locked into little cells. It's very large, and it's got a ton of stuff. Same rudder speed. I see some plasma house. The highest rated ring of speed I found was plus 23. And then once I found a plus 17. The plus 13, plus 14 are fairly easy to find. It depends on how lucky you've gotten with everything else. So if you've gotten really lucky and found good stuff straight away, you don't need to spend more time in the dungeon. You can just go end of the game. So you're giving less time to the dungeon to have the chance to generate those objects. I hope you're looking at the monsters that I teleport away, because I'm not really saying every time what my reasoning is, but there's some that are more dangerous than others. And obviously it's based on my individual character at that time, but those that breathe basic resists will generally be less dangerous. Although they do have higher values, the amount of damage that you take is consistent. Instead, the higher ones are some Nexus, Nether, Chaos, Disenchantment, Sound and Shards, and I believe Light and Dark as well. Those, when you resist a variable amount. And a variable amount can be actually quite small resistance, so almost taking all damage, which is not great. This is funny. See this, it says your ancestors. Meaning the other characters that you played, the ones with which you share the monster memory, have killed 4 of these. It says at least, but it means 4. So, all the characters that I played in Angband in this, every now and then I change the download, but I've had it for months. I've had many winners, because over the weekend I'll play a full game. The total amount of these that I've killed is 4. If I look at these, well, okay, 6 storm worms, but in 56 trolls. Okay, maybe it's not fully accurate, or maybe I'm misremembering, but it's not a monster that I like to fight. It hits like a truck. I mean, you've seen just now killing Selagos. Hit points are not a problem. So if you need, you can just let the monsters hit you. But comes car shot. So for the match. I mean, plus mounts, one at a time, they're not a problem. Especially, they're in a corridor, you move faster, so, yeah. What can I drop? I drop these. pretty sure that Maces of Disruption used to be more common. So there's a scroll over there. What is it? Requirement. Still nothing. Bye. The fact that a Pit Fiend breeds 400 damage in Chaos, the problem isn't that it's 400 damage, the problem is that it's Chaos. Because even if you do resist it, you're going to take a lot more of it than if it was a monster breathing fire or lightning. I don't want to kill him. I can just probably use arrows. Because otherwise, if he hits me, which is not a given because he's, after all, a fairly beginner monster, early unique, so he has a pretty bad hit roll. But if he hits me, he's going to create a earthquake, and the earthquake is supposed to do damage, but it does so little damage to any of these monsters, but it does break the items. And these guys, 15,000 XP each. We already said they have every attack in existence. If it was one big monster that stood still and let me hit him, then I would kill it. But it's not. It's many and they move around, and that makes it a lot more difficult. Okay, level capped. There's a plasma vortex, which will want to, in theory, hit me, but in reality, it wants to hit the objects on the floor. Plus 12. Another enlightenment. Shall we do one more? Let's do one more. Having to drop these. Anything here? Let's do one more. This one, frost and sound. Sound. No sound resist. Oh, I see something. And this one. A shunt Dane of it. But Glaurung, I'll definitely take him. And I have a slay bonus as well. And I've got protection from evil. And a rod of recall, which I failed. Oh. And Offset is there as well. Failed. So I tried to activate the ring at 17% and I failed. Yeah. I tried to zap the rotor speed at 29 and I failed. And um, this game is fantastic. Okay, that's a bit too many people, right? One at a time, please. Ancalagon, how about you wait your turn? Wizard can teleport. And he is dead. I think this does even less damage. Yeah. So I better be careful because I've dropped my staves of. This guy's got has he got I don't know why I keep thinking that one of these guys has a Nexus Breath. Astonishment, yeah. So this artifact is maybe good for priests. It's fairly easy to cap wisdom. Wisdom bonuses just tend to be a bit bigger than intelligent bonuses or other bonuses. Wisdom and dexterity. But we have absolutely no use for it. It's really just okay, cap your wisdom, get that net resist. Little nice activation for power. Don't actually need it. We're seeing the Trident of Wrath, and basically there's, I think, only 2 weapons that could put our DPS high enough to just go on with damage, and they are Ringil, because you get the plus 10 speed, and Deathwrecker, or a Mace of Disruption. Or maybe if we don't find those, maybe we can find, we're at 98, so we need to go to 97. Or maybe we can find one of the Dragon Armors. And the Dragon Armors don't do anything for our damage, but what they do is that they give us a whole ton of resists. And we can basically start working from there and add whatever we can that gives us damage from our inventory. Gerugon. I'm doing all this shit just for that this chest. Oh. No sooner had I said it. And I got a low feeling. Yeah, 6. There's nothing here. Nothing that I'm looking for. No, just bits. Okay, well, yeah, nothing. I mean, there's a calyx. Would have been fantastic if I was a mage. So, I guess that's all for now. I knew it was gonna be tedious. I was kind of hoping for a bit of luck. But that's it. So either we get something special here, or we get something special here. Because otherwise, the rest is a good selection. You know, there is a fantastic pair of boots that gives you plus 15 and activates for haste, which is great. There's possibly even better than this. The Cestios Fingolfin, which have like plus 10 damage, plus 4 dexterity, and I think they have another activation as well. Can maybe get a bit of luck finding a alternative preservation that has a different resist that we can use to cover a slot. But as far as it goes for armors, we have the bigger ones, which is the Plate of Isildur and the Plate of Kerbon. It's not a lot to hope for. It's just really either a big bonk or one of the dragon armors, because at that point you can literally look at whatever caps all your stats and just put those in. You don't need to worry about the resist. You just get them by using one thing or the other. How much are we here? 562. 433. Well, better luck next time. Bye-bye. There's Boldor. Let's see if he drops anything decent. I haven't even looked at the stats of this guy. A great geek. Well, 180. One or two good objects. Sadly, no joy. Skip. Right, so couple of things. Let me just drop some banishment and mass banishment. Just some random generic stuff that isn't really life changing, but I guess it could slot in potentially. So Beltron all it does is resist disenchantment in case we have a hole, which we would with some of the armors. The Gauntlets of El, they aggravate. They only have this intelligence bonus. Immunity fire is nice, but we already have it from the ring, and I suppose if we're really looking for something just for the Morgoth fight, so at that point fire isn't really that important. Most of the time it's going to be just us and Morgoth, because we'll banish everything else. Resist poison, I suppose, so maybe not terrible, but all in all, you know, nothing that I will get excited about. And the Shield of Elros, which It's basically this +4 constitution and shards. It's not really much better than the one with chaos that we have from the Shield of Thorin. And a balanced dragon scale mail of elven kind. This has got a good list of resists because acid, lightning, fire, cold, well, light, sound and shards, chaos, citizen, enchantment, no nexus, no nether. We can get the nether from the amulet. So we'll get rid of these, don't need them. Let's put down the bow. Trident of Wrath we'll never use, because we'll use the Glaive of Pain if we have to, or this. We'll drop the shield, and a cloak that does +2 dexterity, wow. We might actually wind up, if we use one of these two shields that have +4 in Constitution, both Eros and Thorin, then this one becomes more relevant because of the +3 in Strength. We want to get everything we can get. Celebrimborn is just another place to get this enchantment. I mean, shards and +2 dexterity, not bad, but this is just a chunky helm that may very well be useful. These I really don't think we're going to use them, but I'm not happy with having to throw them out yet, so I don't really know how to make space here. If I drop this, I go to 180. Yeah, I can't. This one probably, because the ring, the whatchamacallit, well, because you can never throw away Constitution from a helmet, from artifact. Just strength and dexterity, 1 Constitution, Nexus and Confusion, strength and disenchantment. Okay, so I'll sell the trident. I'll keep the gauntlets in my inventory for the time being. I had to drop the rods of speed, but as you see, they're basically junk level right now, so we'll find some more, we'll pick them up. Time to try to kill Karcherot. Heal before you need it. It's a bit too late to ooh, I'm 8. Oh, okay, finally. Spot and enlightenment. Any major disruptions here? Seriously? Nothing. You know, a power dragon scale mail. The One Ring. Because there's no artifact gold dragon scale mail in this, or white. There's nothing in here. god, really? How about that? It says 8, but it's not because of one object that is worth 8. That's because there's just a lot of junk. You know, priest books, rings of speed plus 9. Väcknas here. Healing. Oh. Heal before you need it. Heal before you need it. Potions, because potions cannot fail. Heal before you need it. And arrows. These are other monsters I normally never kill because they, I mean, I tend to play almost exclusively with Dunedain, so I always have sustained constitution. And they do drain constitution, but they just melee so hard for 3,000 points. And Calagon. I can't believe I've been saying it wrong my entire life. Or, you know, at least for like 10 years. More than that. 20? Yeah, nearly 20 years. So, see, Anarion, the son of Elendil, could not be corrupted by Sauron. Therefore, we give him a shield that has sustains. It's not terrible. In case that you're looking for sustains for melee, and it is slightly better in that sense from a shield of preservation, because instead of just getting the physical ones, strength, dexterity, and constitution, you also get intelligence and wisdom. If you're a paladin and you want to melee, then maybe, but then again, you don't get any of the additional bonuses, additional resists. With a preservation, you would get resist disenchantment and then one more randomly. So there's a Nexus Vortex. Trickery. So this can go up to +3, and they're almost exclusively at a +4, +5 at this depth. So I'll wait for one that's +3. These are useless because stealth, you use it to get away from mobs so that you can get to dungeon level 98 and pack up on stuff. But once you're there, you want to kill them. You cannot stealth your way through the Morgoth fight. Search at this point is completely redundant. It's only really useful very, very early on when traps still are somewhat of a problem. And again, in Provision, if you haven't got ESP by the time you find this thing, you're not doing it right. But +3 speed and +5 dexterity plus poison nexus, actually very good. And I will go, well, I'll pick it up now. Because in the end it's 1 point. Sting. So this little tiny thing with 1d7 and +8 damage does 371. And if you find this early on, and people have, with Slay Evil +2 attack speed, that little bonus to speed, and why not Strength, Dexterity, and Constitution? It's fantastic. This is fantastic, but right now, unfortunately, we've outgrown it. Dwarven, again, can't use it. I don't have anything to undo traps, and I cannot get past this one, I cannot get past that one. So I'm gonna have to leave that Ring of Speed unseen. Or I can try later on. Should I try killing the Tarask? No, I need bonus against animals for Tarask. Oof, I do want this. Let's drop these 21 additional scrolls, or whatchamacallit, potions. Scrolls, potions. Potions of these need to be teleported away. 1 or 2 I can take, a whole bunch not. And this X is potions of cure critical wounds. So this guy still uses things that can kill me. See, he's using fire multiple times. It doesn't understand that I'm immune. But if you do select the birth option, monsters learn from their mistakes, it wouldn't do that. It would be able to tell that you're immune and wouldn't use fire after the first time when it fails. Oh yeah, I went through nearly all of my rods. Let's do this. Need to pick that up. Yeah, I'll find you later, my guy. I'll find you when my rods of healing are back up, ready to go. They do take a long time to recharge. Nothing. Have I left anything on the ground? That stupid shield there? No, there's just there's something here that I wanted to take. Banishment, banishment. No. Oh, whatever. Let's see if I can get past this trap. Oh yeah, there's a potion of special healing. Why not? I mean, worst comes to worst, if by tomorrow I haven't got something to win with, I'll just go down with either this or with the Glaive of Pain. Okay, enough for now.